Hey guys, welcome to my lab. I'm going to go through a quick tutorial on how to install some O-rings. You can see them there onto your mechanical keyboard to quiet it down. It's a pretty simple process. It takes some finesse. You can't manhandle it, but I'll go through the steps and we'll kind of go through and I'll show you how to do it, and hopefully it'll quiet this down. So let's get to it. So here's our mechanical keyboard, as you can hear. Okay. What I did is I fashioned a little tool, basically a little hanger for pictures that they weren't using in the back because they don't hang pictures because they're scientists. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pop some of these off here. You can use, they sell tools for it, but you can use kind of anything. You can use a screwdriver. If you be careful, like I said, don't force it. They'll pop off. They're pretty forgiving. So we're going to start with the N. We're going to do the N key here. So I'm just going to kind of wedge this underneath. I'm going to wedge it to one side, and then I'll kind of put some pressure on the other side, and they just pop right off like that. Okay. So there's the key. We got the key out there. You can see what our O-ring, where that fits, is right behind. If we can get it to focus, it's right behind here. Okay. This is the little post sleeve that it goes on. So we'll take our O-ring, one of our O-rings, and again I'll post the link for the O-rings on the description below. There might be a variance in sizes, so what you want to do is you actually want to measure the outer diameter of this so that you know the inner diameter of O-ring you get. These are 2 millimeters thick. I think these are like, I don't know the conversion, but about 2 millimeters thick, and they'll fit right on the outside. They have pretty much all the things. So what I'll do is I'll kind of push that on there like that, so you can see that there. Okay. What you do is you just simply make sure you orient the key correctly. And then you just simply take that, put it right back on there like that. And you can hear the difference. I'll try to be quiet. Guys, keep it down, please. So I'll go. It's not a, I mean, it's subtle. It actually reduces the travel too. So it's this, see that banging? That's not, no O-ring with O-ring. O-ring without O-ring. It's that last click. Okay, so now we'll do the spacebar. These are a little trickier. You got to be a little careful. Like I said, finesse is key. These have a little spring bar underneath them. Okay, so what you're going to do is they have a single button, but there's a spring bar underneath. You'll see as I pull it off. Again, it's a little tricky. You just got to be gentle. These razors, I've noticed, are a little more forgiving as far as their makeup. You see how it's still attached. There's one button, and what it has is these little bars. If you pull this up and you look underneath here, you could just push those bars off the little tabs, and like that. And I'll show you what I mean by little bars. Okay, here's the little bar. This right here is the little bar. It's a little swing bar, spring bar to keep it level. Okay, it's pretty ingenious actually. I find it easiest to get it off that way. And the razors, just so you guys know, I'll show you how these are. Some of the ones are a little more delicate, we'll say. But these razor ones, they have this like pretty good design. They're pretty robust, but this little clip, actually, if you happen to pull it out, it's not the end of the world. Hold on, let me see if I can get one of these out of here now. Call me a liar. Okay, here it is. Okay, so they have an orientation. So if you do happen to end up pulling it out, the U goes up. Okay, the U goes up, and depending on which key you take out is the direction that spring goes. So we'll go ahead and put those back in. It's just a kind of a squeeze. And to squeeze it. So we'll go ahead and I'll add our O-ring to that. Now if you notice there's two different spots, just make sure you use the one that coincides with the button. So So we'll take that other O-ring, we'll slide it on here. And the spacebar is traditionally the loudest key, noisiest key, so this will help out a lot here. When you put it back on, you go with the spring first. It's a little tricky. I like to use these really skinny pliers, needle nose. So I'll get that spring back on. Whoops. Like I said, it's not you gotta have some patience. Let's see. Come on, baby. Don't call me a liar. Okay, we can do it this way. What we'll do is we'll do it the other way. Sometimes it's better to go from the top side. So we have to get that spring. Whoops. There we go. So I'll go ahead and I'll put that. And I'm pushing all kinds of buttons. I should disable the keyboard. Again, the keyboard's plugged in right now. So if it does something weird, that's why. So I can't seem to. There we go. There we go. I just heard that. You hear that snap? After you get the first one in, try your best not to pull up on it. There's that second snap. A good snap. So much quieter. It makes a huge difference on the spacebar. Just the B. Just listen to the B. The difference in the B and the spacebar. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do a shift key. Do the other shift key. It's a little trickier on these because they have a little ramp here. But if you just carefully wedge that up there, the idea is to, there you go, and it just pops off. You just kind of play with it a little bit. And then again, you have these bars. Let me see if I can get you a good view of the bars there. So you see these bars underneath? This bar here? They are attached. A little hard with the lighting, I apologize, and zoom. They're attached underneath. So you just want to pop that off. It doesn't take much. Again, there's a little clamp, and I'll show you those when I get this off. Just like that, see? And what they're attached to is underneath here. There's a little clamp, and I'll pull this one off for you. You'll be able to see it. Hopefully, let me pull it the other way. This is a little easier this direction. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Of course, being a pain. Oh, but it's this guy here. Okay, and that one that's on this side here is where that spring goes. So I'll go ahead and I'll just put these guys back in. It's just kind of spring-loaded. Razors are a little different. Most keyboards are not as forgiving, so just be careful. Go slow. Look at what you're doing. It can be done. So I'll go ahead and I'll attach this spring on this side. You kind of almost got to go blindly, but it'll go in. And then we'll go ahead and attach this spring on this side. There's little notches there, so once you take it off, you'll see what I'm saying. Again, do this at your own risk. Make sure I don't reboot the computer or something. Okay, so those springs are both on now. I'll give you a little quick view of that. So those springs, see how they're tucked up underneath? They're tucked up underneath here, right here. Okay, that's where you need them to go. And then you just kind of take your finger and find that sweet spot. And that was just something else I did. Oh, sticky keys. So that's it. Pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. Just take some patience, okay? Be careful. If you have any questions, please post them below. I'll post the link for the rings that I use. Make sure you measure your key diameter, outer diameter of the key. Pop one off, measure it, see how it is. They're pretty close to being all the same. It's pretty easy. Just go slow. It's not that hard to do. You'll be alright. Use some finesse. Don't use brute strength. Hopefully this helped you out. If you guys liked it, please like it. If you disliked it, that's okay too. If you've got a question or comment, please leave them below. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to check me out, gaming or streaming, I'm on Twitch at NightWolfPack. So hope that helped you out. Thank you very much. You guys all take it easy and enjoy your quiet keyboard. Peace out.